ease For your ease of access, I have categorized the React interview questions, namely General React, React Component, React Redux, React Router. General React interview questions. Question: differentiate between real DOM and virtual DOM. For real DOM, one, it updates slowly, can directly update HTML, create a new DOM if elements update. DOM manipulation is very expensive, too much of memory wastage. For virtual DOM, it updates faster, can't directly update HTML, updates the JXX if elements update. DOM manipulation is very easy, no memory wastage. Question: what is React? React is a front-end JavaScript library developed by Facebook in 2011. It follows the component-based approach which helps in building reusable UI components. It is used for developing complex and interactive web and mobile UI. Ivy, even though it was open source only in 2015, it has one of the largest communities supporting it. Question: what are the features of React? Major features of React are listed below. It uses the virtual DOM instead of the real DOM. It uses server-side rendering. It follows unidirectional data flow or data binding. Question: list some of the major advantages of React. Some of the major advantages of React are: it increases the application's performance. It can be conveniently used on the client as well as server side. Because of JXX, code readability increases. React is easy to integrate with other frameworks like Meteor, Angular, etc. Using React, writing UI test cases becomes extremely easy. Question: what are the limitations of React? Limitations of React are listed below. React is just a library, not a full-blown framework. Its library is very large and takes time to understand. It can be little difficult for novice programmers to understand. Coding gets complex as it uses inline templating and JXX. Question: what is JXX? JXX is a shorthand for JavaScript XML. This is a type of file used by React which utilizes the expressiveness of JavaScript along with HTML-like template syntax. This makes the HTML file really easy to understand. This file makes applications robust and boosts its performance. Below is an example of JXX. Question: what do you understand by virtual DOM? Explain its working. A virtual DOM is a lightweight JavaScript object which originally is just a copy of a real DOM. It is a node tree that lists the elements, their attributes and content as objects and their properties. React render function creates a node tree out of the React component. It then updates this tree in response to the mutations in the data model which is caused by various actions done by the user or by the system. This virtual DOM works in 3 simple steps. Whenever any underlying data changes, the entire UI is rendered in virtual DOM representation. 2. Then the difference between the previous DOM representation and the new one is calculated. 3. Once the calculations are done, the real DOM will be updated with only the things that have actually changed. Why can't browsers read JXX? JSX. Browsers can only read JavaScript object, but JSX is not a regular JavaScript object. Thus, to enable a browser to read JSX, first we need to transform JSX file into a JavaScript object using JSX transformers like Babel and then pass it to the browser. Question: how different is React EX6 syntax when compared to EX5? Syntax has changed from EX5 to EX6 in the following aspect: require versus import. I. EX5, EX6. Exports versus exports. EX5, EX6. Component and function. EX5 and EX6. Props. Ivy. EX5 and EX6. States. V. EX5, EX6. How is React different from Angular? Architecture. React. Only the view of MVC. Angular. Component MVC. Rendering. React. Server-side rendering. Angular. Client-side rendering. DOM. Uses virtual DOM. React. Angular. Uses real DOM. Data binding. React. One-way data binding. Angular. Two-way data binding. Debugging. Compile time debugging. React. Runtime debugging. Angular. Author. React. Facebook. Angular. Google.